Have we started the podcast yet?
We just did.
You could imagine some lyrics.
Somewhat.
Some lyrics.
Lyric.
Could you?
There you go. Sing it.
But I try to imagine, just to improvise.
Okay. What's up, everybody? We're just chilling here at Me Cafe. Another Sunday, another awesome day. Got some music from Justin. Looking for the chat box. I'm supposed to have a chat box somewhere. Chat overlay. Yeah. Ooh, chat overlay, that's cool. Okay, I'll figure that out next time. Oh, you had it there, you had it.
There's some music I could not play here.
Trying to figure out where the chat box is. Okay, we'll just go without it. Okay. I don't know how I'm gonna figure out the chat box situation. I suppose. Okay, we do like that. There we go. Okay, let me test it out on my phone real quick. Keep playing the good music.
You watch Joey Rogan?
I do. Okay, there it is. I see it. Let's see if the messaging works. Oh, it did. It worked. Okay. Let's check it out on Twitch. There you go.
Okay.
Master. Yeah, what is that?
I don't know. It's Diego de la Vega.
How long have you been practicing guitar?
Not too much. I practiced from 20 years, but there's a lot of years I didn't
You
practice.
say 20 years?
Yes, but
Oh yeah, dude. That's awesome.
I just practice by myself. Just some people, they show me like this. So I try to do more.
Yeah.
Just see how they do.
All right, man. That's awesome. And it's always been acoustic guitar?
Yeah.
Okay.
always.
Very cool, man. Very cool.
Are we on air now?
We are
Oh,
live.
cool.
We are
Oh,
live.
really? That's
Are
the
we
music.
live?
Yeah. We got the music going.
Vamos.
Yeah.
So what will be our first subject?
We can talk about music or we talk about living abroad. I'm trying to figure out how to get you guys into the camera. Maybe we can move back a little bit more. I don't know if that's gonna work.
So that music actually was the really Spanish music, you know?
Yeah. We call flamenco style, right?
Yeah, flamenco.
Yeah.
If you know Diego de la Vega,
I don't.
Diego de la Vega is Zorro.
Oh,
You know that?
Zorro. Okay, I know Zorro.
And when Zorro is how to say, with a horse, not driving a horse, but
Riding a horse?
Riding a horse, yeah.
Horseback riding.
Something like this, you know. It make it very interesting how it will be. Yeah.
That's cool. I like that, dude. I like that. It's kind of a quiet night tonight. Not too busy here tonight. Usually it's a good 15, 20 people.
No, but there's a lot of people come here yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
Oh.
you should have been yesterday here to do your live, man.
Yeah. I'm too busy on Saturday.
Yesterday there's many activity going on.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah.
What do you do? What did you do
They're
yesterday?
playing board game.
Board game, ah.
Yeah, this time different game, not werewolf or secret Hitler again.
Ah, okay. What game did you play?
A game called Splendor. You know, it's like it requires you to observe and analyze. It relates to diamond and stuff like that. You know, if the mainly next week if you come, we can play the game.
Okay.
Or we can play now, and maybe you guys have time.
We can play now while the live is.
Dude, that wouldn't be a bad idea if we can get like a camera
Yeah, if we bring
on.
this, if we need to
Yeah.
bring it-
On
we
the
need-
board,
we need
so
another
if-
table, we need
yeah,
another table,
we can
or
actually
bring
do
it
that.
over there.
Yeah, this camera doesn't turn.
Which one?
Both of them. Or you can put here.
Yeah, we can do whatever. We can always figure it out. Yeah. You know what I really want to do is get some video games on.
Okay. What video game?
Just any video game, some simple games, nothing too crazy.
Do you know that music?
I do. Yes, I know that music. You guys know that music?
I just enjoy the music. I don't care what it is. Just enjoy the music.
So if you really play the game, you will play at Mario Bros. And Mario Bros, when you get a star, there's a special music. And this is the music of Mario Bros when you get the star. Yes, that's just the music because I got a guitar, but I want to let you play because you play better than me.
Yeah, but I can't sing or anything. There's no music. That's good without the singing. This one's gonna record the whole room, so we don't really need it. So let's see here. I really wanted the second guitar because I want to show you how two guitars can work together, especially a nylon and a steel string. Sounds so good, so good. No, I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example of what I want to do. So typically if you have two guitars in a band, one plays rhythm and the other plays lead.
Nylon is the rhythm.
It can be both, but yeah, nylon usually would be good for rhythm, but I think it's good to change. So one guitar would be playing the rhythm, which is going to be like something like that, right? While the other guitar plays the melody.
Oh yes.
Right? So if you combine both, it's gonna sound cool like.
So you see, you don't need two guitars. You can play both.
But like this is one melody I can do by myself, but there's a lot I can't. So it's very easy to show you how, and it's awesome. It's freaking really awesome, and it's really easy. I can take people who've never played guitar before and show them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, and I love just combining two. Hey, what's up, man? Van Lee Flaw. He's trying to get attention on himself. That's the real goal. He's
No, I just want please you guys.
Come over more into the camera. I'll put this one out for you guys.
I don't want to be in the center.
Well, you be wherever
You're
you
not
want,
in
man.
the center.
You can sit here.
Oh.
Alright.
When you sit here,
Vamos.
you want to change
Shit.
seat.
No, I'm good here. That's fine.
This thing doesn't hold it that well.
Okay, let's see.
Okay. So I'm gonna do it like that. And let's see if this works.
But if I cannot sing,
You gonna sing?
no, I cannot sing.
You gonna sing?
No, I can't.
I want to sing, but I don't think my voice is good.
You can tell a story.
Dramatic song.
You want to do a dramatic song? We can do something sad.
Your mic.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
I think I got it.
Yay.
No, this will be bad.
Too
for
heavy.
them. No, don't do it. Let's be like this.
There you go. Just leave it like that.
So, what are we talking about today? About technical things?
Well, actually, the one thing I would love to talk about is kind of just writing music. I might save this topic more for next week when we have the two guitars. Or 2 weeks, right? I want to talk about kind of writing music and the ideas and how, there's many ways to go about writing songs. But I really just want to encourage people to write more, to focus more on writing songs and creating music, and
So
less
how to
less
do
on
it.
Yeah, how to do it. Or not really how to do it, but some ways to do it, because everyone's got different ways and different kind of motivations.
And I would like to discuss the topic, the kind of music that you're playing right now, the music by guitar and stuff like that. It's sad that this kind of music doesn't get the same recognition that it did before. And I would like to know will it ever come back? Will it ever come back in the near future or not?
That's an interesting question. I don't think it's always about the music. I think it's more about the artist. So if the artist has fans and people like the artist, then that artist can bring more people into that genre or into that style. I really think it's more about the people rather than the music itself.
Yeah, you're right. It's more about the people. Then that artist is different. But will that artist bring a new generation or not? Because as you can see, right now the most popular artists that have billions, that have 100 million to billions of views on YouTube tend to be pop or rap. And yet the musician that you sing rock music, it seems like it's like I said before, now they don't get the same recognition they did before. And now, and the only way you can see them is through a concert or not. And their music video don't even bring in views, maybe a lot, but nothing compared to the view that pop artists have.
Yeah, I think so too. I kind of agree with that. Rock music has definitely lost its little power and steam, but in my opinion, as to why that happened is too many musicians focused on technique, and especially in the rock field, too many musicians try to make it more complicated. They wanted to impress the other musicians. And they wanted to say the guitar solos are more intricate, more complicated. They started using complex chord structures. And I didn't like that. And normal people don't understand that. And this is where I saw the disconnect from the musicians and the normal people. There's a huge disconnect now. It's like with jazz music. Jazz music is super complex, but normal people just don't get it. If they listen to jazz, they're gonna say yeah, that's nice, it sounds cool, but they're not gonna go buying jazz albums and going to jazz concerts, as much as the other genres.
Yeah.
Excuse me, but I am so distracted because you forget to wear your glasses, man.
I know, I'm wearing my other glasses today. Let me switch it out.
What's happened today, Jude?
Yeah, these are new glasses. These are new glasses I got from Lazada. And I
So,
thought
are you short-sighted?
no, these are not prescription glasses actually. These are blue light filters.
Oh yeah.
They filter blue light. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, so now I can
So,
go back to being cool.
what's special about this?
About what?
The new glasses.
It filters blue light, so specifically.
Oh, this one.
Oh,
This
this
one.
is just
It's filter any light and anything.
Yes!
this
Could not see anything.
this filters anything that's not cool. Anything that's not cool does not appear through these glasses.
Just have some secret.
Okay, let's pass. I'm gonna hold off from the music until maybe the next couple of weeks.
But I think I agree with you that some specialists of something they want to show. I think it's not they want to brag, but they want to show what they can do. And of course, in a concert, they will try to do the maximum technical. It's even like we said before with the teachers, they want to show what they know, or whatever the specialists want to say something, and sometimes people they don't understand. So we should not forget that when we do music, we communicate. So we have to make how to say that a game with the public, right? It's what you want to say, right?
Exactly, yeah, and I think too many musicians focus on themselves and not enough on the audience, man. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's the audience, right? It doesn't even matter. I mean, it doesn't matter as much as if the musicians are having a great time, if the audience is having an amazing time.
But can the same thing said about pop artists or rap artists or not?
What do you mean?
How can I say? Like you said, would you mind to say that again? Like the problem.
Yeah, so I'm just saying that it's about the audience. It's it's what the audience wants, and focus on entertainment of the audience, and not so much entertainment of the band. And I feel like too many bands are focusing on themselves and trying to make themselves entertained in lieu of the audience.
Yeah, but the thing is that before pop music take over, rock music used to do that. It's also about the fan, and yet it seems like sadly the pop is now I don't know what to say, but for me it feels like some of the pop artists also do the same thing that you said for themselves, instead of the audience. And yes, somebody, the audience, how to say it in English, it seems the audience are obsessed with it and we consume it right away.
Well, the thing is, pop music is pop because it's specifically designed to attract the biggest audience possible. So pop music is specifically designed for the audience. You know, it's made for old, young. It's made for anybody really, men, women, boys, girls. International countries as well. Yeah, pop music is just made to be as popular as possible. Rock music, they don't care. Like, some people don't care about attracting the pop audience. They don't really care about attracting the hip hop audience. You know, they're focused a lot on the rock audience. You know, there are exceptions, of course. But I feel like too many bands here, specifically in Vietnam, I see 90% just focus on performing the songs and not enough on, getting the audience excited.
Yeah, I had to think, even thought I don't really think, I'm not interested in making music discussion, only listening for relaxing. But I feel like in the artist mind, when they play, it gives them energy, and they bring that energy to themselves or not. And if the audience enjoy it or not, it's themselves only. It's on themselves. But for the artist, I feel like because what can I say? Because when they play it, if they really have passion for it, and you give them the energy that they will perform it. And if the enjoyment of the audience is up to the audience themselves.
Okay, I feel like that's kind of weird to say because you're specifically going to see a performance. So why would that be on them to entertain themselves? Like, they are literally going to pay someone to entertain them. So I understand, part of it is from them. Like, if they're in a bad mood, they might not have a good time, but it's really on the performers. We are considered performers, and we are literally providing entertainment. That's literally our job, is to entertain.
Yeah, but to entertain them, they need the right energy for them to deliver those kind of performance. I think the same can be applied with any kind of artist.
Yeah, I can deal with that. Yeah, there's many different kinds of performances though, but specifically with music in general, I feel like we lost a little bit of the emotion and the rawness of music, and I feel like we came to a time where music has been overproduced and it's too much thinking and really not enough feeling.
Oh yeah, it can be also saying that quantity over quality. It's just too much right now. Everything in the entertainment industry is starting on the way to being overproduced.
Yeah. So let's talk about what kind of music are you guys listening to right now? Are you guys listening to any new music?
I'm just listening right now about house music. It's just to get some.
Well, I like house music.
Yeah, it's just to get focus on what I'm doing on the computer. But a lot of time when I'm working, I have to listen other things, such as the student I'm teaching to, or the specific audio that I have to listen. So I don't have too much time to listen to music right now. But when I do, I want to something moving, so house music is cool.
Okay, Mr. Vlogger. So what about you and music? I'm gonna put my guitar down there. Hey, put on the headphones so you can hear it.
Sorry.
You can get an idea of.
I can take it back.
Yeah. So ideally everyone has headphones so we can hear clearly.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I can't really do it with this system.
Yeah. What you doing now?
You have to go.
Actually,
buy more.
what I'm thinking of is not really related to your music. It's about music, but it's a different aspect from that. Like music, how do you think about music is some kind of magic? Like people use music as some sort of energy. Like when people get down, get upset or disappointed about something, they should avoid listening to a sad song, song that make you feeling down even more. And when in real life, we usually get to some many stressful situations, and music really help us a lot to get through those things. Like whenever you get upset, you just get stressed. You should listen to something eager, something happy, bring you happiness, something very positive. Just avoid, like when you get sad, you just got broke up with your boyfriend, your girlfriends, and you keep listening to sad song of losing your loved ones. That's terrible to people.
I know a lot of people who do that.
That's the energy. It's very important when it comes to music. Many people don't realize that, but it affects on our life pretty much. It's every day. Like it's get into our life every day, but many people just keep listening to what they want to listen. They don't care about the other things or the secrets behind that.
I like that. Yeah, I agree with that. It's pretty good. And I do know a lot of people who are sad but continue to listen to sad songs, and I'm just
and they get even more depressed.
Yes, I know.
Oh my god, I'm so sad. Oh my god, this song makes me even sadder.
Yeah, and I'm like, hey, you're just making yourself more sad.
Yeah, and you make it yourself. you need to be aware of that.
Yeah. But it is interesting that we can sometimes feel a connection with some lyrics in some songs.
They get really into that.
Yeah,
we need to look back, and we need to be awake. Whatever happens, we need to think of many things. Think of what we actually doing. What is the consequence or the effect it can come up with if we do that a lot. Like we cannot do something too much.
Yeah. There's even one lyric in a song that I really liked. I don't remember the song, but the lyric is you can be addicted to a certain kind of sadness.
Yes. Yeah.
And that idea was so interesting to me. To be addicted to sadness was such an interesting idea.
It sounds like some people they are the depression, like people who gets depressed usually have the tend to get more depressed
and be attracted to depressing things like we just talked about.
They just want to stay home, they just want to sleep, they just want to stay in bed and doing nothing.
Yeah, don't go out with friends, don't listen to music to make you happy.
Yeah, being more negative.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's kind of interesting, right? You got something to say?
I think that this behavior is called. I think there's in the book I call like embracing the negativity is positivity. While trying to find positivity is it just gain yourself the negativity even more. Because I feel like when you're stressed, when you're sad, you try to avoid it by trying to cope with it in different way. Like if you're going out with friends and something like that. But the thing is that, during that time, are you into it? Or are you trying to avoid something? Are you trying to avoid it, trying to cope with it? And yet it never leaves your mind. And in the end, it just makes you a little more exhausted. But it all depends on the emotional reaction to it. You can embrace the sadness, and you can embrace the sadness, but don't overreact to it. And maybe things will get better, and you will feel better.
Yeah. Anyway, that two negative do a positive, one positive. Right. That's right.
If we're talking math here,
that's
we do
physical.
Mathematics. Yeah, math is pretty much the same as biology, I think.
I see it very clearly because I really love sad songs, like crying song. But after a period of time, I listen to that, my mental situation get changed with that. Like it get worse after a long time listening to those songs, so I should avoid those songs as much as possible. Yeah.
I think I share the same with you because I've been struggling with anxiety and insecurity my whole life. I still am, and yet every time I does that in the that I don't want to, I just plug into my and listen to any kind of music. Of course, like I said, well, I love rock music, but the kind of music I listen to all the time, it's not even kind of fun song. It's a rock song in a sad way, and yet the lyric, I feel connected to the lyric. It's connected. I feel like the lyric, the audience singing is. It's comfort. It's comfortable. It's comfort me, and they try to tell me that things will get better soon.
So there's one thing I want to talk about. This is awesome. There's a composer for the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. It's an amazing orchestra that uses the rock guitar and the drum. It's amazing. The composer said this, and this is something I really, really agree with. When he writes music, he said he tries to have three components. One is to create lyrics so poetic it doesn't need music. And the second one is to create music so beautiful it doesn't need lyrics or singing, right? And he said the third component is to capture an emotion. Any emotion, he tries to capture it, and those three components is something I follow in my songs, which is music so beautiful you don't really need any singing. The music is nice enough, but if you can also capture a vocal melody or some beautiful lyrics that's so poetic it doesn't even need music, but you can still put it together and capture an emotion. And he said this: anger is probably the easiest emotion to capture, which is why rock music is so popular. Everyone feels angry. Everyone can agree with feeling angry at some point, right, in your life. If you ever met someone who's never been angry, it'd be kind of weird.
It's like hip hop music. Right?
Yes. Hip hop is very
anger.
Yeah, you can relate to hip hop as well. And he was saying one of the most difficult, but the most rewarding would be happiness. To write a song that people can feel happy by just listening to it, and they can replicate that with the push of a button. Push play, and you just have happiness get delivered to you, which is pretty amazing. And he was saying that anger is the easiest but the least rewarding. Yeah, which is pretty amazing. But I see a lot, especially in one of my favorite bands, Metallica. When they were young, they were unhappy. They were really, really unhappy about life, and some of the songs, they're a metal band, right? A thrash metal. But
with a skeleton, right?
yes, but some of the songs broke down to be slow, but it was so filled with sadness. Damn. And I've seen the band, and I've been in the audience, and I've seen the eyes of the people when they're listening to that in the mosh pit. As they're walking around, I see them in their own mind thinking about their life as the song.
How you could understand that?
Oh, I can just see it in their eyes, man. They're walking in the mosh pit.
Reading my
Oh, not really. Kind of. I can almost feel it though, right? Like they're kind of looking downwards. They're not looking at the band. They're not looking at the audience. They're kind of looking down towards. And they're walking because we're in the mosh pit, so we're walking in a circle, waiting for the music to get faster to start running around. But when the song slows, it becomes a walk, and they're still going in circles, and they're looking down, and they're deep in thought. And I could feel that band connected with the audience. And I was like, damn, I love that. I love that, man. Even though it was like almost a negative connection, it was a connection in terms of sadness and like a
sympathetic.
Yes, but like a deep-rooted anger about everything that makes them unhappy in life, everything that they feel is unfair to them, why they have to work so hard just to have no money. And all of these feelings, yes, I could feel it there, and that's the power of some songs and some bands.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
I'm trying to say with the way I feel, the way I absorb the words, stuff like that, I can feel it into lyric or song.
Yeah, I love it. So hopefully in 2 weeks, hopefully we get 2 guitars here. I really want to dive deep, but I need both guitars to kind of show you as I'm kind of talking about it. But ooh, it's gonna be exciting. Okay, let's move on. You guys ready?
Yes.
Living abroad?
Living abroad?
Yeah?
More than ready.
How do you feel? How long you been living in Vietnam?
2 years and a half. Wow,
Two-
almost 3 years now.
Wow, it's quick, huh?
Yeah, it's very
Have
quick.
you lived in any other countries?
In Japan for 1 year?
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta ask that. I love Japan. Japan is probably one of my favorite cultures in the world.
Yeah, we saw that you're kind of manga or something.
Yes, I've been to Japan 2 times. And
What do you feel about Japan?
I freaking love Japan. I love Japan so much.
Did you live there for a long
No,
time?
I just went to travel. I went to visit. I've only the first time was 3 weeks. I went with 5 of my friends, and then one of my friends happened to meet a girl there, and they became in a long time relationship. 3 years later, they got married.
Oh,
we
cool.
all went back to Japan for the
Yeah,
wedding.
cool.
Yeah. So, what made you go to Japan?
Actually, I studied Japanese from the age of 16.
What?
Yeah, and you know that for fun, when I was in the high school, I really want to write a Chinese character, and I really not really understand what's the difference between China and Japan. Sorry for that, I was just 16 years old. I really not really understand. And when
Whoa,
we,
are you American?
And my father bring me in a shop, and I bought a book of Japanese to learn how to write that. And actually, in this book, you can learn Japanese, but you could not learn any writing. So I was so crap. I have to learn that, but I could not write. So I started learning that because I had that book, but it could have been Chinese, but it was Japanese. Then I learned that. And after that, after a few years, I learned a lot of books, and I finally learned how to write Japanese, which is quite difficult to remember.
I heard there's like 3 variations, right?
Yeah, 3
Kanji, katakana,
and hiragana.
hiragana.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, not for me.
Oh, is there also romanji?
Romaji, yeah,
Yeah.
also like the
The
Latin,
Roman characters.
Yeah, the Roman characters.
Okay.
And when I work after that, and when I was maybe 26 years old, I come back to university, and I learned Japanese in order to go to Japan for 1 year exchange, and it was so cool.
So you how old were you when you went?
When I was there, like 29.
Oh, and so where was the first city you went to?
Tokyo.
Yes.
Definitely Tokyo every time.
Yes. And how fluent were you when you went there? Were you able to communicate comfortably?
The first time I went there, it was before the university. I just spent 2 weeks. I was not able to talk, but I feel really nice. There's too much people. I like that. I like that spirit.
Yes.
And I feel very cool. Japanese are so nice. Even I was looking for a station, and they follow me in the subway with me. They go with me until my station, and they say,
Yes.
it's here. That's so Japanese.
Yes, I love it.
They want you to be good. They don't want you to struggle.
Yes, honor and integrity is built into the culture, and I love that. I love that so much. I love their culture.
But anyway, there's another phase of that in Japan, that if you work in Japan, you will have to do as Japanese do if you want to be very integrated. So some French people that I know, they really struggle in that, because they don't want to live with the enterprise, but they have to if they want to be very integrated.
Yeah, I feel I've heard the same. It's too difficult to work there. They have extreme expectations.
Yeah.
And I feel like, if you were, raised in that environment, it might be normal. But if you're coming from a country like America that's very lazy, and you go into a country that's very strict, it can be quite difficult, man. And
A lot of French, they dream to work in Japan. It doesn't mean all the company they are strict, but a lot of companies.
I heard it's most of them do.
Most of them, of
I
course.
heard like the expectations, like the one rule is you do not leave until the boss leaves.
Yeah.
And I when I went to Japan, there was a friend of a friend, and she was living there, and I asked her, hey, like, is it true that you don't leave until your boss leaves?
It is.
And she says, yeah, it's true. And I'm like, okay, well, what do you do? Like let's say, for example, your shift is 9 to 6, and it's 6 o'clock, and you're done, but your boss hasn't left yet. What do you do? I asked her, do you keep working?
What's happened if you stay until 6 and 10 minutes?
Well, yes, yeah.
What will you do for 10 minutes?
She was saying it was for 2 hours.
I know.
So I asked her, I'm like, hey, so what do you do? Like, do you keep working? And she's like, no, you don't keep working. You just sit down and play on your phone, on YouTube, and do whatever, and you just literally waiting.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So
that's
Waste of time.
that is a waste. That's exactly the problem. Is you're just wasting your life.
Yeah. But it's kind of Japanese spirit. Sometimes you can stay and read the newspaper, or even you want to go to the haircut that you don't know, but you want to go to the haircut, you can go while you are working. Okay, so the life is turned around the enterprise, around the work, not around the family. So
Yes, that's the one problem I have. Actually, the main problem I have is it's not really friendly, like in terms of open.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was very difficult for me to make friends in Japan. Like, I really wanted just to make some friends, hey.
do you speak Japanese?
I don't at all.
So that's probably why, because
Yes, that was definitely why. But also, I had a group of friends with me, and one of them was Japanese, so he was able to speak Japanese. And my friend, who spoke no Japanese, got a girlfriend with that, but she spoke English.
But girlfriend is another problem.
So you lived there for 1 year.
Yeah.
And
it was so fun.
were you working at the time, or?
Just a little bit, but actually I saved a lot of money before going there, and also when I go to Japan, I get some scholarship from France and also from Japan. So I have to say that in Japan I was the richer in my life. I got a lot of money, and I could spend whatever I want.
Okay, and then what made you decide to leave, or was it because your visa?
Of course, the visa was a problem because I have to find a job. But the main problem is I was not pretty comfortable by the work in Japan. So, and I don't meet someone who make me change my mind. But for university, that was pretty cool. I really like it. So. And how about you? Because it's you choose the living abroad, right?
Yeah, that's what I want to ask you guys. You're foreigners.
Just
You're foreigners.
So where?
Like, how did you get to Vietnam?
Yeah, so
I
where-
have a question for both of you guys. How did you get to Vietnam?
Yeah.
just by flight.
No, like how did you decide to get to Vietnam?
Why did you come?
Yeah.
Why?
You know that my wife is a Vietnamese, right? So now everyone knows that. This show.
Yeah, but
Just my wife
people on YouTube
watching that.
don't know that.
Anyway.
I know that, but people there don't know that.
Anyway, when we were in France, we were walking on the beach because at this moment we live in a city just on the beach, and I just asked, why don't we go to live in Vietnam? Yeah.
Wait, okay, let's back up a little bit. How long had you guys been in France together?
At that moment, maybe 2 years. Yeah, 2 years.
Okay, and then you're like, why don't we go to Vietnam?
Yeah.
And at that point, had you ever visited, or
Yeah, just one time.
so you had been to Vietnam?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you met her before once?
Yeah.
Right.
But no, what makes the change is just the work again. in France, you know, the work is like the enterprise. They hire a lot of specialists, so everyone work just on his side, you know. And what I don't like is they don't think too much about the group. Really opposite with Japan, for example. But for example, I just want to eat with people, so I invite everyone to eat at lunchtime, but nobody want to come because they say, oh no, I have work, so I just eat a sandwich like this and continue to work. Come on, that's just your life that you are wasting. So that's kind of, I really don't want to continue to work in that conditions, and that makes me think why we don't try Vietnam. Okay, and here we are.
Okay, so you moved and you haven't went back?
Yeah, I haven't went back.
Before you met her, how long had you stayed in Vietnam?
We just stayed 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
And before you get to her the second time,
Wait, hold on. Did you meet her in Vietnam or in France?
In France.
So he met her in France.
Yeah, we met in France.
in France.
Yeah.
And after 1 year, I don't know exactly the date, but she will tell you later. She asked.
So
She's gonna be in the comments section.
before you got to Vietnam, how did you make up your mind? Like, did you worry about anything?
Ooh, good question.
You would struggle or something? Did you
No, not too much. I just say, okay, we go, then we will see what happened. Just stay a few months. And for 1 week, I was a little bit sick about maybe the water or the new environment. But after that, it was cool.
But nothing about culture.
No, culture was really no problem.
That's a good question, man. Really.
Vietnam is a good country to stay and to be a foreigner. 'Cause usually foreigner they will think they have a high level here because with not a lot of money you could have an apartment with a swimming pool, with a gym. So it's fun. It's nice. In France I could not have that. Definitely. So.
Yeah, Vietnam is freaking awesome. So I mean, I traveled to Japan with 5 of my friends, and then that was the first place I ever traveled, was Japan. I wanted to go to Japan so bad, and I did. That was the first time a lot of us had ever even left America, was to go to Japan. And then I got the fire of traveling. I needed to go travel, and then I went to Japan in August, and then it came January, and it was like 6 months later, and I wanted to travel again, and I asked all my friends, and they said they just couldn't get the money or the time. It was too soon. So I had the choice: go by myself or wait for my friends to be ready.
The first one.
The first one, absolutely, because I didn't know if my friends would ever be ready.
Yeah.
So I went to Thailand by myself, and my brother at the time he's a film director and writer, and he was working in Vietnam. So I had spent 4 days in Thailand, and he's like, hey, dude, you're so close to Vietnam, just come to Vietnam. So I bought a ticket and I flew to Vietnam for 11 days. That was the first time for me to visit Vietnam. And my brother was here, and it was freaking awesome. I loved it. We had a lot of drinking and a lot of fun. And then I went home and I'm like, damn, dude, 11 days was not enough. Vietnam needs a full trip. So 6 months later, again, I took 3 weeks and I went to Vietnam, and everyone was asking me, how the hell are you traveling so much? But I was working at a high-end clothing store, I suppose, and we worked on commission. So they didn't pay us; they only paid us commission. So the benefit of that was that they hired a lot of people because we were all on commission. They had no consequence for hiring a lot of people. So for me to leave, they didn't care because there were so many people already. So that was so nice. And I was able to get 3 weeks straight to Vietnam again. And I fell in love. I made friends. I made a lot of friends with Filipinos.
The band friends?
Not yet. I didn't make the band friends until I moved to Vietnam. So I had actually visited Vietnam like 2 more times. And then when I came home, I told my boss, I think I'm just gonna move to Vietnam. And she said, I knew that already. she told me she had already like figured like
come here twice.
Yeah, so my idea at the time was I needed, because I'll tell you what happened. I was here for 3 weeks. I saw so many Europeans talking about going on these backpacking adventures for 6 months, some of them traveling for 1 year, and I'm like, what the hell? I'm sitting there taking like 3-week vacations and 2.
Hello.
What's up, man? What's up and welcome.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. So I'm seeing all of these Europeans traveling for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, and I'm like, that's the ultimate adventure. That's like the coolest thing. So when I went home, I said, I gotta just take at least 1 year to just do that. Because I love adventures, I love traveling, and for me to not have done that kills me inside. And so I said, hey, I'm just gonna take 1 year, and I'm gonna travel. I'm gonna have my home base in Vietnam, but I'm gonna travel to Taiwan, Singapore, Hong Kong, Philippines. I wanted to travel everywhere. But when I came to Vietnam, after 2 weeks, I was kind of bored, and I was looking on Facebook, and one of my friends told me about a group about finding bands. So I messaged the group, and a lot of people responded, and I actually joined a rock band after 2 weeks in Vietnam. And that rock band had already auditioned to be on VTV3, which is like the national, television channel here in Vietnam.
So I think we paused a little bit here. So you didn't even thought of how to live here even before you came here?
No, I had actually taken all of my money from America and to just spend 1 year traveling. So I had the money already. I didn't need to work, I didn't need to do anything. I just came just to travel. So yeah, after 2 weeks I joined that rock band, and they had already auditioned to be on TV, and I didn't even know. And when I joined the band, they told me like, hey, like, we really want you to be in our band. We're really excited to have a foreigner, but you gotta know we have a show already this Saturday. And I met them on Tuesday, and I'm like, dude, that's too soon. And they're like, it's just one song.
Spontaneous.
Yeah, super spontaneous. And like, it's just one song. It's just one song, and it's a pop song that we're gonna change into a rock song. And I'm like, let me listen to the song. And it was pretty simple. It was verse, chorus, not much to the song. Simple 4 chords, and I'm like, I can do this, guys. And we practiced 2 times. On Wednesday we practiced, Thursday we practiced, Friday we took the day to relax, Saturday on TV. I met them on Tuesday, and Saturday I'm performing with them on TV, and it was crazy. And this show is the same as The Voice. It's called The Band Vietnam. So essentially you have 4 judges, and I don't know the exact rules of The Voice, but
Which year?
2017.
Oh.
Yeah, a long time ago.
5 years.
Yeah, so I didn't know, but the band also didn't know that there was an extra rule that there was never on The Voice, which is you have 90 seconds to impress 2 out of the 4 judges, or you lose. And as 60 seconds comes up, you have 30 seconds and the door starts shutting in your face for 30 seconds.
New rules.
Yes, it was a new rule nobody knew about, and my singer had planned like a 1 minute slow intro into the song, and he's like, shit guys, we can't do that intro, we gotta cut the intro, and we're already there. We can't practice, we have to in our minds understand what he's talking about and cut the intro. And 5 bands we see all lose before us. 5 bands, and you see the door shut and they just unplug the electricity for the band, and you can still hear them hitting stuff, but there's no electricity. Yes. Yes, it was so nerve-wracking for me. I was so scared, I was nervous.
Crazy.
And I got to the point where I just accepted defeat.
Oh shit.
Yes, I said, you know what? This is just too much. We're just gonna go there. We're gonna lose. It's a good story. I had already accepted it, and and it's super scary, man. So we go on there. There's cameras. There's judges. There's an audience, and we start the song. We start playing, and I just black out.
Oh.
I don't see the audience. I don't see the judges. I'm sitting there just rocking.
Oh, I see.
Yes, and then the song is over. And I look at the singer and I said, what happened? And he said, we did it! We did it!
Oh my god.
And we had 2 judges choose our band.
Shit.
Yes, and it was crazy, and I freaked out. And then they're doing some kind of microphone talk with the band, with the MC and the judges. That's all in Vietnamese, and I have no idea what's happening. And so I was with the band. Now I'm in a competition in Vietnam, which I didn't plan, and now we spent 2 months with the famous composer, and he's training us for the next round. We did lose the next round, but the 2 times on TV got us enough popularity to perform festivals and big events around Vietnam. Yes.
We don't have to win in a competition to get further.
Yeah. So I mean, it was so that actually.
The winner is only one.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, the winning band won 300 million Vietnam dong. And the drummer of that band who won is the same guy that you're listening to right now outside. He's the same drummer.
God.
He's super famous, really good drummer. But anyway, so I spent 1 year with the band, playing, learning Vietnamese songs, and performing different places. And I didn't get to travel anywhere. My whole point was to travel, and I spent 1 whole year traveling. And I was on TV in 2018. I was already on TV 2 times, because it doesn't show on TV until like months later. So we performed in October 2017, but it didn't show until like 2018. So I would be at the point where I'm eating dinner, and then people would recognize me, and they say, anh muốn hỏi là có lên TV VTV đúng không? I was like, yeah, dude. I said, dude, that's awesome.
You can consider that as some kind of
really nice.
special offer in your tour. And nobody can get that. Not everybody can get that.
It was really crazy, and I made a lot of friends with a lot of the bands in Vietnam. A lot of the musicians were interested. I'm not the only foreigner here, but there's not a lot of foreign musicians here. So it was very interesting. I made a lot of friends with a lot of the musicians. Some of them are still my friend today, and even that first band are really close friends of mine, even 5 years later today. So since then I fell in love with Vietnam, and I found a purpose here because in my free time I was bored because I wasn't working. I was really bored, so I didn't know what to do. And again, I'm on Facebook trying to figure out what to do, and I learned about English clubs. I learned about a lot of Vietnamese students and Vietnamese people try to find foreigners to practice English with, and they go to cafes just like this one right here.
Not only students, Vietnamese, most of Vietnamese like foreigners.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anybody.
It's trend to like even to many
Wow.
other countries like Vietnamese people love foreigners. Why is that?
Yeah.
And many like you can go to other country and you maybe like people that prioritize the good job for domestic people. That's reasonable. We don't blame anything about that. But in Vietnam, many foreigners get good job and Vietnamese people seem to give foreigners even better job than Vietnamese domestic people.
Yeah. I know English teacher is a really lucky job to have here. But so what happened was I started going to English clubs. This was actually one of the ones I started going to, is Me Cafe, and to be honest, I saw like a lot of the foreigners teaching like didn't really know how to teach that well.
But it's also hard like jobs for foreigners here mostly teaching English.
Yeah. Most foreigners here are English teachers.
So how, do you have any ideas?
Hey, is that you? Is that you? Are you Luke?
Yeah.
Is that you?
Perhaps. I just feel it's so sad nobody told me.
I know. It would be different if I moved back to Facebook.
Yeah.
Maybe I should move back. But I wanted to really create a community on YouTube. I wanted to try.
But you cannot do
You're going to get more and more people. Like
Yeah. I think
just
if
time.
if we're consistent and we keep having fun.
Yeah, possibly with that.
Yeah. So let me quickly end my story. So I was bored and I would go to English clubs, English cafes, and I was helping students, and I loved it. It was fun for me, and I didn't charge students money. And because of the music and because of the English, I decided to stay here. As long as I have some use, as long as I'm doing something that's creating some value for me, I'm gonna stay here. And as long as I'm helping anybody with music, with English, with anything, as long as I'm useful and I feel like I'm helping, then I'm gonna stay here. And it's been 5 years in Vietnam.
So do you have any ideas about like the ideas of the comparison, how to live in Vietnam and in your country or any other country you've ever been in? Like which is considered easier for you?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
So, it's tough to say. It's all about your job. It's all, unless you have money. But if you don't really have money, like whatever your job is, it's kind of gonna dictate what your life is, right? So, in California, you can get a job, but you cannot live on your own. You would have to live with people just to have enough money to live in California, unless you had like a really good job. But you still have to accept.
You mean sharing bedrooms?
Not sharing a bedroom, but sharing a home that has like
Yeah,
3 or 4 bedrooms, and you would have one.
apartment.
Yeah, or a home. You can share houses as well. Apartments, might be too small. So in that regard, I would say for me, Vietnam is easier because it's a little bit more affordable and it's just way more social. Like if you ever need help, so many people are here willing to help you. And in California, I still think people are willing to help you, but you don't feel it and you don't want to ask for it.
Yeah.
I do think that people are there to help you, but I just don't think it's comfortable. It's not really something people feel comfortable asking. But in Vietnam, you don't even need to ask people. You just need to tell people you have a problem and they will offer their help. Yeah, and you don't even have a choice. If you don't want their help, they're gonna help you.
Like I saw a video about this. It's like it's very similar to this situation you just mentioned here. Just yesterday, a man on YouTube, I think YouTube or television, I don't even remember, but he got some trouble, and a YouTuber guy posted his situation on YouTube, and so many Vietnamese people donate money, even commodities for him, and call him every day.
Wow.
Even night. He
yeah.
got disturbed a lot to the point that he had to get to his YouTube and tell people he was very thankful for that, but please stop doing that. That's too much, and that's a lot for him. So he had even more than enough from that, and he suggested that people should give those things to other people who are really in need.
Okay, I like that. I like that. That's a good story on many perspectives. Very cool, man. Very cool. So I love it here in Vietnam, and the thing I would recommend is when you travel, is utilizing social media and making as many friends online as you can. Before I went to Taiwan, I joined an expats in Taiwan group. I haven't been to Taiwan, but I wanted to go, and I also joined a group in Korea for travelers in Korea. And if you have any questions, if you have any visa problems, if you have any concerns about like local rules, that group would always help you. And but I do have to say, a lot of them are really bitter, unhappy people. I really dislike the foreign groups in many countries. They just seem to complain a lot. But with that is yeah.
We
so-
have it here.
I know,
But
I know,
I
and-
got to foreigners in Vietnam or Saigon. So many complaints.
I hate it. And I feel embarrassed to even be a foreigner with other foreigners complaining, and it kind of sucks because they make a bad reputation for everybody. But I want to say that even that they complain, if you have a problem, you will get the problem solved. But you're gonna hear a lot of negativity and a lot of snarky remarks.
So it means that you never hang out with American people here.
It's not even just Americans, it's just most foreigners in general. I've met many foreigners.
So I have to leave.
Well, no, you're cool. Like, I'll tell you the difference. The difference is the people who embrace Vietnamese culture versus the people who fight Vietnamese culture. That's usually the difference between the people I like and I don't like. Like the foreigners that come here that are trying to learn Vietnamese, that are respectful to the Vietnamese culture, that understand they are visitors in this country and not making demands that country needs to accommodate. Yes.
I understand what you said.
Those are the foreigners I really don't associate with and I don't like.
I actually like have a bad experience with those.
Talk about it.
Well,
You don't have to name names. You can just talk about your
You need to
experience.
name them like.
Hey, can you sit
Mr.
down? I'm gonna grab some more tea.
I need one answer.
I see.
Are you living?
I'm just gonna grab tea.
Oh, I see.
Keep talking. Tell your story.
I see.
You're leaving? Okay.
Okay, so back in my past, I have met.
See you guys.
Yeah.
Good night.
I have met like a few foreigners. Like when they come here, they demand a lot of attention. Like look at me. I have a lot of money. I can travel anywhere. I can date everybody. I can just give a person like Vietnamese person. They I think their mindset is like. Vietnamese person love foreigner and love their money, so they kind of like automatically like give money to Vietnamese people, like to take them somewhere to eat or somewhere to play, and without like Vietnamese people asking, I will help you, but they just say, do you know somewhere? Do you know somewhere to play? I'll give you the money. it's kind of disrespectful, you know.
I've never got that in my life.
Really? Oh my god.
I've never got that situation in my life. Oh,
Yeah.
they don't dare do that to me.
Yeah, it's like they.
That was such a perfect
Yeah.
response.
I mean,
He tells a whole story and at
Yeah.
the very end.
yeah.
That has never happened to me.
It's like
Yes.
it's like they kind of assuming that we are poor people,
Are
like
they Chinese?
Chinese, Taiwanese, yeah, most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's another thing I don't like is assumptions.
Yeah, like we are poor educated. We are not hygienic. No, we're not like clean.
Hygienic.
Hygienic.
Hygienic. Yeah.
You can speak Vietnamese.
And it sucks when they think Vietnam is like a victim.
Yep.
Like, oh, poor you.
Poor you,
And
poor you,
it's
poor you.
like, dude, come on, like, are you stupid?
But
What's wrong with
Vietnamese
you?
people do that
Do that. They
to themselves.
that it's
There are
kinda
some,
like-
yes.
Singing about
Yeah.
the war with America.
Yeah. It's kind of
many years ago.
Two ways.
Yeah. There are some because I do know some Vietnamese will support the bad behavior
Yeah.
from the foreigners.
And it's embarrassing when like I saw it on YouTube, so many YouTubers
Yeah.
channels. People from around the world, many people, many countries, when they ask if those people in the other country, if they know anything about Vietnam, they just know about the war. We are not
Yeah.
famous. We are not popular in other things. Just
Yeah,
the
yeah.
one. What is that?
Yeah.
And many people think that's a good thing. No,
No.
I don't think so.
I don't see,
Sorry.
I don't see how that's a good thing.
Yeah,
either,
that's
yeah.
embarrassing. Like
Yeah.
we who will think that they're good at war or something like that and get very proud about that.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a good. I do want to say though that Vietnam has the reputation of being one of the only countries to beat America.
Hey, yeah.
So that was pretty big, right? Like
Yeah.
everybody, like that's the one war that America lost. Like that's
Yeah.
where they got fucked up.
I mean, like in secondary school, they also teaching us. Yeah, we won.
Winning is good, but
Yeah.
we don't get to know
Yeah.
only from that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, so the reputation shouldn't be that because Vietnam is amazing for so many reasons. Yeah.
that's so bad.
Yeah, but I do think now with technology things are changing. We got VinFast breaking internationally. Santong MTP trying to make it international. It didn't really work out so
Didn't
well
really
with
work.
Snoop Dogg. That didn't really work so well, but it's moving. It's moving in the right direction, and I feel like Vietnam might be the next Korea. So yeah, I think it's gonna be big. I think it'll be big. So, but back to your question, living abroad. I think connecting socially on social media is gonna help so much, and making friends. Whenever you go, I think being alone is not the answer. Making friends. Yeah, and finding a good income, and you know, just listen to local advice.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that. I love the food and learn local customs. Super important. Yeah, super important. You know, and I love learning about customs from different countries.
But I think Vietnamese food is not hard to digest.
It is hard or
really
it's not
to
hard?
digest.
That means it's
compared
easy.
to many other countries.
Yes. Yeah, I actually significantly prefer it because in America we have a lot of food that's not real.
Yeah.
We have fake food.
Synthetic.
Yes, we have synthetic food. It's a lot of synthetic food. You go into the jungle and you would never find any of that food.
What is synthetic?
Synthetic, it means man-made or fake. or
Artificial.
Artificial, yeah. So like for example, like potato chips, you know, or like cookies, donuts. You know, like this is not real food, right? Yeah.
So what's real?
Yeah, well, what's real is like rice. Rice is real. You got fruit, vegetables. You got tomatoes.
So you mean processed?
Yes, processed
food.
foods. Exactly. Yeah. So in America, we're eating a lot of fake foods. It's not real in nature. and there's a lot of consequences I think that comes with that.
Yep. Yeah.
So in Vietnam, a lot of the food is more natural. You're using a lot of rice, using the rice to make even alcohol, using the rice to make noodles, or just eating the rice itself. I love it. I love it, man.
Rice good.
Rice is good, and then rice you make noodles.
It's better than flour. Rice is
ooh.
better than flour. Like crayons like bean, rice. No, those are crayons.
I don't know what is that.
Crayons.
Grains.
Grains.
Yeah,
Grains.
it's
Ah.
like cereals.
Okay, yeah. We
Crayons.
have wheat, oats.
Yeah, those are better than flour.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a specialist in that. I just know
Because
that.
we digest those things slower than a flour.
Ah.
Flour gives us the sugar very fast, which is not good.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay, I have heard about that. Yes, you know, dude. We should make that a topic sometime. Talking about food, the food, man.
Nutrition, cosmetic products.
Yeah. We can also compare, like we're doing right now.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna skip this to open discussion. But yeah, I do like that. I do like that idea about comparing food from different cultures. Yeah, because I do love Mexican food. Yeah, we had some nachos.
we have some.
Yeah, you missed it, man. We had
Nachos.
nachos from
Yeah.
Mexican style food, and then he had the bánh tráng nướng.
Bánh tráng
Bánh
nướng,
tráng
yeah,
nướng,
bánh
Yeah.
tráng
bánh
nướng.
tráng trộn,
Yeah,
rice,
Yeah.
rice paper.
yeah, it was super good, man. So a lot of food today. And you came right after we finished all of it too.
Yeah, I can tell you.
My idea was to buy nachos and just have them here, and we can just eat while doing the podcast. But dude, if you guys see the
Review
nachos,
food?
if you guys
Food
see,
is- oh,
ooh,
mukbang.
That's
Mukbang.
funny. My girlfriend
Yeah.
watches mukbang every night.
Oh,
Hey, what?
mukbang.
What is that?
What is that?
It's a Korean term. It means like
Cái gì?
eating.
Vietnamese, please.
Ăn cái gì?
Hey, don't you tell me you cannot speak Vietnamese.
No. There's no word in Vietnamese that describe that. It's a term online, like a Korean term. Like mukbang is like you eat a lot of food
It's English.
and you call it.
It's just like a foodie term.
No, mukbang is from Korea.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
so
yeah.
They
weird.
just-
I thought you
just-
talked about something Vietnamese stuff, Vietnamese
no.
food.
I don't know. So in Korea they just eat and they have the camera on, right?
Yeah.
And they just have the camera and they're just eating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a lot of food.
Maybe I think
But
that like
people love it.
people love
People
it.
love it, dude. I don't know. People freaking love it, dude.
Yeah,
It's
it's weird. Like we get million subscribers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Could you imagine explaining to somebody like, "Hey, what is your job?" I kind of just eat.
Food specialist.
I'm a food specialist. They're not even specialists. They don't know. They just eat. They just put the camera on and start eating.
How to eat, the technique.
There's no eating
and
techniques.
technique to eat.
There's no teaching. There's no learning. There's just eating.
That's the way they teach people.
There's just
They
eating,
learn.
and then there's the super powerful microphone where you can hear them.
Yeah. No.
Yes, mukbang. Okay. So maybe next time I could set up to where we can switch the camera to like this, and we can watch the mukbang
I see.
show. Yeah. Next time I'll set it up. But
And we live now?
Yeah, we're still
I
live.
see that. Yeah.
I'm probably gonna cut it soon. I'm gonna cut out soon. I gotta get home soon. But dude, guys, awesome. Always good to have you guys.
Thank you.
Any ideas for next week? Any topics?
If you want to,
If it's possible.
is it possible? Mukbang.
I
We're just gonna
if
stand
you do
here
that,
and
you do
eat.
that
We're
at
just gonna-
home and get to some restaurant or food shop, do that. You cannot do that. Maybe people even.
I
It's
see.
sad. It's not for that. Like you mess that up and the owner.
The owner will.
You get some problem with
That's
that.
funny.
Yeah.
I told him I wanted to bring bún đảo mâm tôm and have the foreigners try it to record their reaction. And he said he didn't want that because it would make the whole place smell
The
really
smell,
bad.
smelly,
Yeah,
yeah.
so he denied that request.
How we can do that in other place?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, or maybe outside, right on 40 Ball Street.
Yeah. Hey, but you can try other thing like that doesn't smell
Yeah,
really
that's
bad,
not
like
bad.
some kind of fruit.
Like maybe,
cà nhào.
Ah.
Some foreigner try some kind of
like
fruit.
weird-
I don't
weird
remember its English name.
Like
This is a
exotic-
great idea.
Exotic food.
Yeah.
This is a great
and they
idea.
vomit when they try that.
They were really vomit,
Yeah,
you think so?
They want to vomit.
What? No.
The taste and the smell of that, but it
Only
doesn't
some
smell
kind.
like bún đậu. You know what I mean? It's some
Interesting.
kind of fruit. So,
Okay.
or durian, you can.
Durian.
ask
But
people
durian
to
smells
try
that he won't accept that here
Yeah.
either. Yeah, that might even be worse than the mum thumb.
This thing,
Cái gì?
this thing.
Oh.
What is that?
I don't remember this English name, but like I watched a YouTube channel.
It's
and I tried it.
I know. They
Cannot-
dip it
they
in
couldn't
mắm
take
tôm
this.
rồi.
Okay.
This one.
Very
What does it
interesting.
have to do with mắm tôm?
This one.
No, what?
Dip
They,
in
they
sauce.
dip into mum thumb, huh?
No.
Oh, they eat
No,
it
no,
raw.
this is-
That would be bad. That would be
No.
bad. But that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Show the camera. I don't know if you can show the camera.
This is fruit. Yeah. He's
Hold on.
going to try that.
Oh. We try together. We try together.
How do you spell it in Vietnamese?
Nhào, 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 trái nhào, nhào fruit, nhào fruit.
Okay.
Non, not yet.
How do you
I'm
spell
going
nhau?
to check its scientific
Yes.
name.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's pull it up here.
Oh yeah. It's from Japanese, right? Japanese.
Japan.
Japan is from Japan, right?
Morinda citrifolia.
Okay, there it is. We got it. So this is what it is right here.
Yeah.
Okay. What is it in English?
Morinda citrifolia.
No, that's the scientific
Yeah,
name, man. That's
scientific name.
nobody uses scientific names. That's funny. Morinda, maybe just Morinda. I have no idea.
Morinda.
So what happens when they eat this? It looks delicious though. Is it
So
not?
you're
Is
going
it not
to try that.
delicious?
You're going to try that, right?
Is it not
Because
delicious?
It looks delicious to you.
Is it not delicious?
It's kind of herbal fruit,
It looks good, man.
and people even use its leaf for when they eat
Oh,
pancake.
actually, in Japan, there's also
Well,
a
they got a
food.
drink for it too.
There's a food that very similar to this one in Japan. It's called noni.
Very interesting.
Noni.
Noni. Yep.
Noni.
It's English name.
Oh, I know noni. I do know noni.
Yep.
Noni is kind of
Japan.
in America we call it a super fruit.
Yeah.
No.
Wait, why would it show the same thing?
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
the same one.
it's the same.
Oh, the same.
The same thing.
Okay. So yes, I do know noni. Noni in America is considered a super fruit, which means that it's like super healthy for you.
Nutrition.
And the other one is also a fruit found in Vietnam, which is mangosteen.
Mangosteen.
Yes, you know mangosteen. You might
Mangosteen hả?
you might know the Vietnamese
Mangosteen hả?
name.
Mangosteen phải không?
Nghe giống quá.
Yeah, mangosteen right here.
Không phải. Mangosteen là
This-
cái
this right
mận-
here.
mận, cái gì á?
Yeah, I love this.
Yes, in America
Very
this
delicious.
is considered super healthy, and you can't get it from America. You got to import it from other countries. Maybe Hawaii. Maybe you can get it from Hawaii. But anyway, if they make like juices, it's very expensive. Super expensive because they say it's super healthy and it's not easy to get in America. Yeah, mangosteen, dude, super
Ah.
good. So I like
I even
that.
don't remember its English. Vietnamese.
Yeah, I don't remember it either.
I don't remember either. Okay.
Mắng cục.
Măng cục.
Is that okay? Okay, there you
Măng
go.
cục.
There you go.
Măng cục.
There you go. Just keep saying it. That sounds funny. So yeah, dude, that's a really cool idea to bring a bunch of weird dishes and fruit and
Yeah.
have foreigners try it. I
Yeah.
think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Super fun.
I think the cafe is dead, man. Nobody's even here anymore. Okay, guys, let's pack this up. Let's get out of here. All right, guys, we'll see you next Sunday, 8 p.m. And also tonight is the French election, so let's see who makes it. Maybe it's boring, or maybe it's something exciting. All right, guys, peace out. See you next time.
Thank
Stay
you.
happy,
Thank
stay
you.
Thank
healthy,
you for your time.
enjoy
Thank you.
life.
Enjoy your night.
Peace
Goodbye.
out.